Right there. Smile. Smile. So I'm surfing the internet looking for inspiration for new tutorials, and I see this picture of this beautiful light green shadow. And I click on it, and she lists the shadows that she used. And one of them I've never heard of, but I really liked it. And it was called Just Green by MAC. So I go and search for it. With my luck, it's discontinued. They don't have it anymore. So I turn to eBay, which I do all the time, and it's a good resource. So I decide to be naive. There's two options. There's one for $25, makes sense, and there's one for $10. Okay. Anyone in their right mind would know that no one's gonna buy an eyeshadow for $15 and then sell it to you for $5 less than what they paid. But I decided to be naive and go for it. Okay, when it comes in the mail, I open it and I'm just like, what? Eyeshadow looks nothing like what a MAC eyeshadow should look. I have never bought a fake eyeshadow before. So I was definitely stunned. I was like, I've been bamboozled. And so I'm looking at the shadow and I decide to do a little investigating to see what else is a dead giveaway so I can tell everyone else not to make the same mistakes that I did. First, if the price is too good to be true, that's because it is. No one's gonna pay more for an eyeshadow and sell it to you for less. That doesn't make any sense. I should have went with the $24 one, it made more sense. Second, just because a person on eBay, the seller, is highly rated doesn't mean anything. The girl that I bought it from had extremely high ratings, all her comments and feedback was positive, but this is fake. So if you look close, the lettering is like bold. I've never seen a MAC eyeshadow with bold lettering in my life, and I have a couple. They usually come looking like this, really skinny, light black. On the back, it has engraved here, HCT. I've never seen that on a MAC shadow or blush or any product of theirs. So that definitely was a giveaway. Also, you can't see it because of the lighting, but here it says London and it's underlined, and it's only London. All the real shadows, blushes, their products like that will say London W1K 3BQ. Doesn't say that on here. That's a giveaway too. More of an obvious giveaway is if you open up the shadow and it comes with like an adapter or a mirror. No MAC product comes with that. Now, I've heard some people say that they buy fake eyeshadows and blushes willingly and they don't know what the big deal is. Well, the big deal is that you have no way of telling what's inside of these products, and since no one has to check it off as safe or okay for you to use, they can virtually put anything they want inside of it. And then you're gonna take that and put that on your face and by your eyes. That's not smart. They can have cancerous ingredients in it. It can give you a fungus infection. There's been cases where people go blind from these things. So if you're opting for a cheaper version, there's tons of safe, cheap makeup out there that's been checked off as A-OK, and their pigments and quality is definitely a contender with the higher brands. So definitely just do your research. With that being said, if you're like me and eBay is one of your best friends, that doesn't mean you need to stop shopping there or looking for stuff there, because I still do it and I have not run into that problem again. But what you should do is you should always read the comments and feedback and ask the buyer for an authentic picture. If they don't have a picture, or if it looks like they copied and pasted it from the internet, then that's probably what they did, and that's a red flag. So I always ask to see another picture of the product so I can check it out for authenticity and compare it. And also, if it's a name that you've never heard of, the shadow, Google it. If you can't find it on Google somewhere, or if MAC, the actual website, doesn't say they actually have that shadow, probably doesn't exist. So with that being said, just take these into consideration when you're shopping online, because it definitely is easier than going into the store, and it's also a great way to get your hands on stuff that's been discontinued. But unfortunately, there are people out there who are going to scam you, like scammed me. And I'm going to leave the link of the eBay page that scams me so you guys don't make the same mistake that I did. Now, once you have all your authentic shadows and you want to organize or downsize to create more room instead of stacking up tons of shadows, I'm going to show you how to depot them and store them safely and cleanly. All you're going to need is a palette, like this. This is a Z palette, and I'll leave a link to where I got all of the products down below. A flat iron. Stickers that are magnetic to stick the shadows to the palette. A little thumbtack. And something sturdy and skinny so you can pull and depot the shadow out of its holding. Now what am I going to say? Now, places like MAC will actually sell you the shadows in stuff for less than if you buy it in the container for $5 less. So I got this shadow, just the pot or the pan, for $10 versus $15 with this, and it makes it easier because I'm gonna buy this and take it out anyways. So I buy it this way, and it already comes with a magnet and a sticker telling you what the shadow is. Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to go from this to this. Now after a couple of minutes it should be ready to come out. So you're going to take it, and you're going to be careful because it's going to be very hot. Take the little tack that I told you to have, and you're going to want to pop it out of the holder from the back, this little place right here that's indented from the heat, and push the shadow out like so. There we go. And it's going to be hot, so be careful. And you're going to let it cool for a second because it's really sticky and really hot. And then you're going to take one of the little stickers that are magnets that I told you to get and peel off that, and you're going to want to stick this side to the back of the shadow. And you're going to let that stick and glue together while it cools. And then you're going to take the shadow and the sticker on the back that tells you what color it is. You're going to gently peel that off. And you're going to take that sticker and you're going to put it on the back of this shadow so you'll know what shadow it is. I ripped it, so we'll just have to make do with half. And voila! It'll make it stick, and then when you take it out to see what color it is, if it hadn't ripped, like this one, it'll tell you what color it is. So then you don't get confused when they're all in there together. My long nails make it kind of hard, so preferably do this without acrylics on. And just go ahead and repeat the process over and over until you have all your shadows out. Alright guys, we've effectively went from this to this. I hope you guys found these tips helpful, and now you can hoard way more makeup than you ever could before by depotting them and putting them in these snazzy little palettes. I like to do mine by brand. This will be my MAC palette. So I hope you guys have fun and enjoy.